have children, you have to have a village. And if you don't have a village, then you have to buy a village. Welcome to Soft Life, Hard Truths, where lifestyle dreams meet bank account realities. I'm your host, Teigen Jay. Come on in. I want you to stay. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? How has everybody's week been? How's it going? Talk to me. Tell me how your week is going. Drop it in the comments. My week has been okay. Um, it's been all right. I won't complain. I won't complain. I won't complain. It's been okay. Today was a pretty good day. I don't have anything interesting going on right now. June is kind of open for me. I don't have any trips planned. I don't have anything major going on right now. So maybe I'll report back something interesting later on as the weeks go by. So yeah, no complaints over here. That's pretty much been my week. I've been doing okay. I will not complain. Um, so let's get into these topics. Let's get started. Let's get this party going. Um, First topic, y'all. It's been pretty hot in the press, and I want us to really get into it. Okay, the decline in the birth rates for the U.S. Now I know other countries are facing the same thing. We won't touch on that. We'll talk about home. We'll talk about the U.S. So let me just read some stats for you guys. In April, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention announced that the total fertility rate was 1.6 children per woman in the United States, or 1,626.5 births per 1,000 women. This is below the replacement level fertility of 2.1, which is needed to maintain the population. 2.1. We're at 1.6. We need to be at 2.1. So, what does that look like, right? So, what happens when we don't have enough people to repopulate the country, right? So, this is the impact. In theory, a smaller young population would not be able to contribute to the workforce, amongst other things. And I know that is major, especially for our government. But let's kind of get into the reasons why people aren't having kids. So, my grandmother, God rest her soul, had well over 10 children. My big mama had 5 children. You don't see those type of numbers nowadays for the most part. I know there are some people that's shooting them out, but for the most part, you do not see those numbers this in this day and age, right? So, what do you guys think is contributing to that? Personally, I believe one, you have to look at the cost of living. Everything is so dang expensive. Everything. Daycare will cost you a mortgage payment. And I don't on top of daycare, you have medical cost. The medical bills are insane. Just to go in for a doctor's appointment for a regular checkup is like $150, and that is with insurance. You go into the doctor, how are you feeling? Oh, my knee hurts. Let me look at your knee. Oh, it's just swollen. Here, take this aspirin, take this Tylenol, and just, hey, go on about your day. Thank you for the money. Healthcare is out of this world expensive. You have to, in order to have children, you have to have a village. And if you don't have a village, then you have to buy a village. And so, what do I mean by village? You need people to help you out because back in the day, people didn't send their kids to daycare. They would let a relative keep them. They would let the grandmother, the great aunt. There was a lady in the neighborhood that would keep the kids while the parents worked. Like, you don't have that nowadays. We're lacking community, but that's another subject for another time. And I'm gonna get into that too on another episode. But yeah, we're lacking community. So if you do not have a village to help you raise your children, you will need the funds to purchase that village. You're going to have to pay for a nanny. You're going to have to pay for daycare. You're going to have to pay for transportation services. You're going to have to pay for these doctor's appointments. Like, you're going to have to pay for your village. And a lot of times, a lot of people are struggling. If you cannot even afford to take care of yourself, how are you going to be able to take care of a child and you don't have a village on top of that? Your mom won't keep your kid. The father's mom won't keep the kid. None of the grandparents, the aunts, nobody's willing to help you out. That's a lot. Who wants to willingly take that on? I believe that a lot of that contributes to why people aren't having as many kids. We just can't afford it. Who can afford to have 10 kids? Who can afford to have five, six, seven? When I think about children, I think about great responsibilities. I think about, oh my goodness, the financial impact. I do not believe that I will be as far along in my journey as I am. Not in my journey, but I wouldn't be as successful if I had five, seven, 10 kids. I just would not. I would be having to pay out money left and right, especially during that stage where they can't go to school before kindergarten. Man, you got to have some money. And that's not including clothing them, feeding them, formula. Oh my gosh, formula is expensive. And then don't let your baby be sensitive and have certain allergies. Like, that's even more money. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, different formulas have different prices. So that's even more money. And God forbid your baby comes out with some type of um, health issues. That's even more money, more doctor visits, more equipment you may have at home. You have to go see a specialist for whatever, illness that they're dealing with. It all adds up. And then I think on top of the financial restraints, like, I do believe like a lot of people are just not happy right now. A lot of people aren't happy with what's going on in the world. They're not happy with themselves. They're not fulfilled. Like I said, we are lacking community. So all of this comes into play when it comes to having children. And let's not even get into the man hate versus the woman hate and us just not being able to get along right now. Let's not even get into that. Yeah. So it's a lot that goes into it. It is a lot that goes into the decline in the birth rate. I don't foresee that changing, but hey, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right. Next topic. I'm sure you guys heard about this. Klarna. Mm. So, Klarna has reported. Well, first off, what is Klarna? Not everybody may know what Klarna is. Klarna is like a buy now, pay later type of service. So it will allow you, let's just say you want to place an order on Fashion Nova. Klarna allows you to go in, purchase everything you want right now, and set up payment plans for it later. If I'm not mistaken, that does impact your credit. They report the payments. So it does impact your credit, and a lot of people are using it. And Klarna's not the only one. I think there's one called Afterpay. Yeah, so Klarna isn't the only one, but it is one that is pretty popular. So Klarna has reported a 99 million net loss in Q1 for 2025, a significant increase from the 47 million it lost in the same period last year. So the loss was attributed to factors including one-off costs like depreciation, share-based payments, and restructuring. But it was also reported that a lot of they had a loss, I think, of 147 million in customer credit. So basically, people aren't paying back their their debt. People aren't paying back. And why not? Why not? And if you think about it, people at this point, Klarna is being able to be used for everything. You can use it for a Fashion Nova order. You can use it to purchase food. You can use it to purchase gas. don't think this was a wise business model. I don't know what their numbers look like. I mean, hey, I'm no CEO, but I don't think it was a wise model because you have to think about it. If someone needs to use Klarna, there isn't a strong probability that this person has, the means to pay it off every single time. There's a possibility that, hey, they may miss a payment here and there. There's a strong possibility that they may abort the paying the debt back altogether. And obviously that is what's happening right now. So yeah, I want to see how Klarna is going to recoup from this. I'm wondering if they are going to go down, or if they are going to find a way to recoup those losses. We will have to see. Do you guys use Klarna? Do you use any type of afterpay services? How do you feel about it if you do? Tell me, what has your experience been like? Would you recommend? We're going to dive deeper into this topic in another episode. But tell me what you think. Drop it in the comments. Next topic. This may cause some disagreements, but let's just talk about it. Service providers in the beauty industry. Let's talk about it. How do you guys feel right now with the price of getting your hair done, getting your nails done, your lashes? How do you guys feel about that? Because personally, I feel like some people have lost their minds. I really do. I really do. I feel like the prices don't match the quality. And when I say quality, meaning the quality in the product and the customer service, there is a gap there. If you are charging someone $500-$600 for a hairstyle, the quality of the hair needs to be superb. The experience needs to be A1. The customer service needs to be top tier. How many of you guys have made appointments with these service providers and the next thing you know, you're getting a "hey boo" text? I've been there so many times, and we're not even going to get on the scammers. How many of you guys have gotten the "hey boo" text? Is it not frustrating? For the prices that are being charged, you should never get a "hey boo" text. And I mean absolutely never. And one thing that I stopped doing a long, long time ago was paying. One thing I stopped doing a long time ago was paying to get my nails done. I felt like years ago that this was just getting out of hand. It was just getting too expensive. So I said, you know what? And plus, I was trying to find a hobby. So I was like, you know what? Let me just try to do my own nails. I've been doing my own nails, I know, since like 2015, 2016. Like, my nails are bare right now because I am getting ready to do my nails. And I am not going to a nail shop and paying $150 to get some stiletto nails. I'm not doing it. I do not feel like that is $150 worth of work. And I get that some people will disagree. You have the cost of supplies, you have the cost of the building. I understand that. But even with all of that, that is not a price that I'm willing to pay for me personally. And I see that a lot of people agree because a lot of people are doing their nails at home. A lot of people are doing the gel X, they're doing the press-ons, and they're calling it a day. They're paying their $10, $15 for their press-ons and their gel X, and they're going on about their business. They don't have to sit and wait in a nail shop. They don't have to be mistreated. They don't have to be talked about while they're being serviced. They don't have to be disrespected. Hey, you do it in the comfort of your own home. You get it done how you like. It's inexpensive, and you're on to the next task of your day. Chef's kiss. Love it. Because I will not be paying $150, $200 to get my nails and my toes done. I think it's absolutely insane. And let's not even get started on the cost of gel. To get gel polish on your toes and your nails, you have to pay an extra $15, $20 on top of the initial price. That's insane to me. You know how many bottles of gel polish you can buy for $20? I don't care what anyone says, the value is not there. The value is just not there. It is crazily overpriced. Um, I need the service to match. I need the quality to match. Um, it's just really getting out of hand now. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think about it? Do you do your own nails? Do you do your own hair, your lashes? I used to want I love lashes, and so I was like, okay, maybe I'll start getting my lashes done until I discovered that you can do your own lashes with the clusters. Oh, it was game over. I love a good lash. I always believe all you need is a good lip and some lashes, and you're good to go. So once I learned about the clusters, oh, that's over with. Over. Yep, give me my clusters. I'll pay my $15 for my pack of glue and clusters, and I'm going on about my day. Anytime I have something fall out, I can just do a refill at home. I'm good. This is also how I keep my expenses low. Um, I'm just not willing to pay crazy prices for certain things. I'm just not. I am not. Do you guys remember back in the day when you could get a full set for $20, $25? Remember a pedicure was like $15, $20? You get $50 from your mom. Now, I don't know about y'all, but where I'm from, we had a nail shop in the mall. You get your $50 from your parents. You drive up to the mall and you go and you get your full set. And if you nasty, you get you a design, one design on each finger. What? And get those toes done. And you're good to go. I miss those days. What we got to do to bring them back? What needs to be done? I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that I miss those days. I miss them. I miss them. All right, so it is time to get into the finance column. Let's talk about the money, 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 money. Last time I talked to you guys, I told you to go through your finances, right? Comb through them, list out your expenses, fixed and variable expenses, right? And then after that, I told you, let's cut some of the unnecessary stuff out. Cut those subscriptions out. You don't need Netflix, Hulu, Disney. You don't need all 27 subscriptions. You do not. Cut them. Cut them things out. And hey, let's decrease those expenses. Okay? Let's cut that out. And so now that you guys done that, because you've done that, right? You went in and you did that, right? Okay. Just had to check. Okay. Now that you've done that, let's talk about what you can do with the money that you have left over that you can save. So, one thing you need to do, and I strongly encourage it, if you have not already, you need to go and open a high yield savings account. What is a high yield savings account? I'm glad you asked. A high yield savings account is an account that offers a higher interest rate than traditional savings accounts. So, this account offers you more on your money than the normal savings account that you have already. Most savings accounts, I think your interest rate you get maybe a 0.03%. 0.03 versus with a high yield savings account at one point last year they were almost at 5%, and I know some were even over 5%, but I think the range right now is about 3.6 maybe to 4%. That 4% might have been a CD, but anywhere, I think you can get anywhere from like 3.6 to 4% right now. It may seem like a smaller amount right now, but I am telling you, it adds up. It adds up. And in essence, if you think about it, what's going on is you are getting paid to let your money sit in the bank. You're getting paid. And for most of the high yield savings accounts, there aren't many restrictions, such as, you can't touch the money for this amount of time. That's the CD. With a high yield savings account, it operates just like the savings account you already have. The only thing is you probably have to keep a minimum amount in the account, which 9 times out of 10 is like $5 or $10. You can do that. But you're missing out on money if you don't have a high yield savings account. I am telling you, I bring in so, I won't say so much money, but I bring in a nice amount of money every month from just having my money sitting in the savings account. Just sitting there. It literally just sits there. If I need to make a withdrawal, there is no penalty. It is a just like your normal savings account. I don't there you don't face any type of penalties. And the interest is deposited into your account every month. So if you had $200,000 in the bank, right? And I know that's a large number, but let's just say if you had 200K sitting in a high yield savings account, who wouldn't want $1,000 deposited into their account, or 1,500 deposited into their, or even 500? Who wouldn't want that just for putting your money there? You was gonna save the money anyways. Who wouldn't want that? I know you want that, because one thing we don't do here is pass up on free money. We don't do that. So I'm calling you to action right now. Once you're done watching this episode, go online, Google high yield savings account, find you one at a local credit union or bank, whatever is around you, and go and open up you a high yield savings account. I have one with Capital One. I have one with my local credit union. I have one with PNC. Go open up the account, guys. It is literally free money. I don't care if with the amount of money you got, you only get an extra $10, $15 a month. Do you know that's $10, $15 that you didn't have before? $10, $15. Hey, that's lunch one day. Who wouldn't want free lunch? Okay, I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look into it. You literally have nothing to lose. And if you're unsure, you're feeling uneasy, you can send emails to the email account that's in the description. Ask questions. I'll answer your questions. Hey, you have nothing to lose here. You really don't. And if you don't want to send me an email, do your research. Go on TikTok, go on Facebook. You can find videos about this. It's a really good thing, guys. Get the high yield savings account, especially while interest rates are still kind of high. You don't want to miss out on this. Okay. So, as I said before, if you had questions about the high yield savings account, you can send an email, your questions in through the email address. Also, if you just want any type of financial advice or any questions about life, finances, whatever you're going through, send the questions to the email below. Because soon I'm going to start reading these questions and answering them on the episodes. I've already had a couple to come in. So, we're gonna start answering those. So if you got something going on in your life and you want Teigen's opinion, go ahead and email. We'll get it answered. All right, guys. So you know what time it is. It is time for the hard truth of the week. Hard truth of the week. Can I get a drum roll? That's my drum roll. Can we get a drum roll? Hard truth of the week. You're not generous. You're self sacrificing, and it's costing you. Once again, you're not generous. You're self sacrificing, and it's costing you. You're not generous. You're self sacrificing, and it's costing you. What does that mean? What this means is you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give and give and give to people and help people and help people and help people to your own detriment. Because if you've given out all of your resources, what are you going to have left for you? And it's not that you're just so giving, I just got a soft heart, a kind heart. No, you lack boundaries. That's what's going on. You lack boundaries. And because you lack boundaries, you're going to end up somewhere hurt, in despair, and upset, mad at the world. Because if you're helping this person pay their bills and that person pay their bills and getting this person out of trouble, when you fall on hard times, who's going to help you? And when those very same people that you help don't help you, you're going to be upset about it. It was Chris Tucker a couple of weeks ago made the statement that when his family found out that he earned $20 million. They all quit their job. What? What? This is this man's money. And his family went and quit their job. You would have had to go ahead and get your job back. Who's working this hard? Who has climbed this ladder? Who has done all these things to fund someone else's life? That is absolutely insanity. Now, what would have happened if Chris Tucker would have taken care of all of these family members? And who's gonna, I don't even know how many people it was, but let's just say 8 people, his immediate family. 20 million after paying taxes and paying out his the people that's in his party that gets him these jobs, his manager. I forgot the correct term for it, but a lot of actors, they have managers, like having to pay his management services. I'm sure that 20 million was reduced. Imagine having to take your earnings and split it amongst 8 people, because now all of a sudden they don't want to work anymore, they're depending on you. That's what it's like when you lack boundaries and you're trying to save everyone and you're trying to finance everyone. That looks crazy. And you're going to end up with the short end of the stick. You got to have those boundaries. That's not generous. That's you not implementing your boundaries. You're sacrificing yourself, your happiness for others. And it is going to cost you. It is going to cost you your peace. It's going to cost you your happiness. It's going to cost you that luxury life that you want, that soft life. It is going to cost you. Stop it. Implement your boundaries. If it's one thing that therapy has taught me, is implement your boundaries. And boundaries aren't for other people. They're for you. Hey, hey, hey. I don't make the rules. I do not make the rules, y'all. I just have to, they, hey. And I'll leave you with that. I will leave you with that. All right, y'all. We have come to the end of this episode. I need you to do your girl Teigen a favor, please. I'm trying to build this community, y'all, and I can't build it without your help. Share this video, like it, comment on it, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. I want to reach as many people as I can. I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. If you're not, give me some feedback. If you are, give me some feedback. I'm trying to build this family, y'all. So please help your girl out. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me as we build this family. So y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. You didn't think that we were going to leave this episode without our toast, because we weren't. We weren't. So let's raise these glasses. Here's to softer living and truths that set you free. I'm your host, Teigen Jay. Thanks for staying and chatting with me. Got little bars for y'all. All right, y'all.